Get ready for history to be made!
Then show me.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Denies the attack and a parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. That's how you capitalize on an opponent's mistake. Get the punish counter by waiting for the opponent to whiff an attack and then strike without hesitation. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Player one needs to deal with this burnout. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage.
Don't fall down yet.
Great work finding the opening. Takes a trip. Burnout activates. Neither fighter can use their drive move. How will they close out the round? What do they do with all that juice? Players get the bar on up to KO. Player one with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Now, can they finish the job? Brushes that off and keeps going. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Devil Song. They gotta go for it while they're buffed. Cross up. Excellent jump in. Player one is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Drink level maxed out. This party's getting crazy. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Ready? Then show me. You call, I answer!
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Shows the overhead. Player one chases them down. Buys some time by driving them into the corners. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player one sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Throws a fireball. Gets in a Hazashi. Player one, they're going for the super art. Bushin beats assaults them from the air. How can they steal this win in such a precarious situation? Oh, the throw connects. Going in, Tensho kicks. Can they create an opportunity? Tricky hidden variable. Escape flatlines them. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. No go for the throw. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? Sticks the combo. Player two is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Life lead opens up. Gets the jump low heavy for the win. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. Dashes up. Blocks the overhead. Serenity Stream. Risky up-close scrap still going. Follows up and tags on the lightning kick barrage. Just goes for it at this range.
You need training.
Takes in the throw. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go. Who's going to come out on top in this fight?
Then show me.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Jump in, finds the mark. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? Ooh, what's this? The move whips and they get nailed with a punch counter. Gets through the opening. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Hits with the overhead. Life lead opens up. All right, what's coming up next? Get some. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Connect with medium kick. Still slugging it out at this range. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Stops the attack by using the drive parry. Knockdown and dashes up. Reaches out with the lightning kicks. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player looking to impress with this super. Both fighters planning something? But there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish count. Chun-Li doing the business. That combo finishes it. On that. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Player two is mounting a comeback. What else is up their sleeve? Yes, the low kick hits. Smart stuff, poking at that range to zone the opponent. Player one has the super gauge in Kazatsu. Player two needs to use their truck, finds the target. Taking chunks, willing to risk it for the overdrive. Player one with the rhythm, owning that space. Pumps the brakes on the impact. The projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. Player one was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Medium kick. They block the overhead and tries to bait him with the projectile. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game teams. Just beats it up with a combo into super. Player two must be feeling good after that super, but they gotta keep on the gas. Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Knockdown. Player one is working with a less than ideal drive gauge. They'll need to be very careful here. They can't squander this punish counter change. All right, what's coming up next? Player one, were they baiting them into that? Chun-Li kick for a mix-up. Love tap to close it. Player two hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checking their reaction to the fireball. The grab misses. Reaches out with the lightning kick. Still scrapping for control of the space. This is the time to use fireball to chip away at an opponent. Looks like they want to re-establish their game time with fireball. They both have full drive gauges to work with. Hits them with a stopping block. The Dragon Last Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Player two might have just shifted this round into high gear. The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Going in, players a super art. Throw miss. Yo, kicking off their facial features with the Hoyokusen. Looking for a hook. Hits the block. Kisses the fireball. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? The last round. It's now or never. Reaches out. Nothing stops this train. Super art to show off what our PhD and fighters can do for you. On that. Player one makes it look easy. Perfect cage management. Can they keep on him? Player one has the impact squash. Excellent block to shut out the impact. Looking for a hold. Kazatsu. Beats the drive impact misses. Yes, slick overdrive Tento there to call them out. They push their way out of the corner. Lightning kicks. Excellent block. Hit that with confidence. The Dragon Last Super hits home. Player one can't use any drive to it. Oh my god, they just choked it up. The drop pumps the brakes on the impact. It is over. Player one is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Poses them with the kicks. Uses the target combo as a filler. Kazatsu brushes that off and keeps going. Can't tech the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Medium kick gets him. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Jumps in. Gets in a Hazanshi. Reaches out with a lightning kick. Player one has the life lead. Can they? Just goes for it at this range. Good charges forward. Knockdown and smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive tension. Brushes that off and keeps going. Both fighters planning something? Looking for a chance. Medium kick. Oh, plot twist. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Closes it out. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Reaches out to hit them with a stop and pop. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. Blocks the impact, but they're still pushed back. All right. Neither of them willing to back off. Taking stock. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Player one is working with a less than ideal drive lead. They'll need to be very careful here. Big counter. Experiencing burnout. Reaches out with a lightning kick. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. This dragon lock in there. One more. Player two with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Can they keep on him? This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. They're still feeling each other out. Player one holding on to that corner advantage. Follows up and tags on the lightning, hits them with a stop and pop. Player one, the Dragon Lash Flame giving them a side switch on top of the damage. Player two just put themselves on equal footing with that super. No, ooh, what a smart throw. Big up, good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Are we correct them? More fuel for the fire. Cook them up. The next touch may decide this round. There's the burnout. Closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. They are letting it fly from the get-go. Medium kick. Hazanshi. Excellent block. Excellent block to shut off the impact. Getting up close and personal. Nothing stops this train. All the throw connects. What's next? Both fighters are down to half life. Hits the drive. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. Here comes the corner pressure. Oh, here we go. Blocks that off. Player two with the whip burns out. Take tries to act quickly, but with the attack. Player one can't use any drive move. Got up, chisels him down. Player two comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The low's blocked. Smart play with the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? All right. Player one is just about out of drive after that. Player one, hold your breath. Player one adds a little super juice into this combo for more damage. Knockdown. Throws them to negate the block. Projectile to try and change the situation. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Takes a trip. The pressure is so intense, KO. Player two picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Stops the attack by using the drive kick. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. Blocks the impact. Player one is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Player one needs to use the threat of the corner here. Gets scooped from down low. Connects with the throw. Player two holding on to that corner advantage. Jump. Throws him. What'll happen here? A super arc? Player two can't let this simmer. He got us the back. Combo finishes it. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Player one is on the overhead deny. Ooh, what a smart throw. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Going in, connects with the throw. Player one is in a very good spot. This is a complete shutdown. They can't escape. Rattling the inside of their head with the Hayoku. That combo finishes it. Player one gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Player one drops him to half, closing the gap. Uses the parry. A parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Not so fast. Lots of aggression from both sides. Trips him up. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player one chases them down. Takes a trip. Player one is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Both are just hanging on by a thread, but their drive gauges are a different story. Experiencing burnout. Scrapping it out, KO. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. From low, he brushes that off and keeps going. Goes with the fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump. Will this super arc connect? Drive gauge gap here. The super doesn't hit. Reaches out with the lightning kicks. Takes the opponent out of the air. Experiencing burnout. Player one will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. A quick breather. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Impact squash. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Now they can use drive, Hagatsu, or flatline them. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. They are letting it fly from the get-go. Medium kick. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Drop that off. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Punish counter on reaction. Oh, here we go. Player, a back throw for damage and vital positioning. Okay, here we go. It is over. Player two really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Checking to see how the opponent reacts to long-range fireballs. This is a clear sign that they're testing their opponent's knowledge and gameplay. Knockdown. Player one creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Knockdown. Player one is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Their damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. They've been pushed into the wall and the stun's there. Player two will have to fight back here without any drive. Both can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Takes a trip. A thunderous drive impact to close the round. Player two on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? predicts the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. The throw whip! Going in? You've got to be mindful of reaching jump-ins at this range. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage.
Hadouken!
Throws a fireball. Side switch in the corner. Dashes forward. Hikacho! Getting in some real damage. Knockdown and still slugging it out at this range. Taps him on the toe. Not much life left. The drive, what a finish! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Opens with a fireball. It's time, excellent block. Checks with a medium kick. Close range projectile. Both fighters are raring to go. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the check. Throws them. Amazing. Dragon Last Blade cooks them up good. Taking chunks out of each other here. The low. What's next? Overhead. Lightning kick. Noticeable life lead is a comeback. Finds the target. Oh, putting the cherry on top. Big drive gap now. It's time to make them famous. Big Slamma Jamma. Player 2 is going to be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Pokes with a kick. How's this? Lashes him. Changes things up, brushes that off, and keeps going. Neither of them willing to back off here. Player 2 has them legit shook in the corner. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. What a clutch side twist there. Now they need to capitalize on this chance. Experiencing burnout. Life lead. This stun might mean the end of this round. KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Shoots off a fireball up close. Sees the overhead coming and blocks it. Reaches out with the brushes that off and keeps going. Neither of them willing to back off here. A parry? Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Player, the drive impact doesn't work. They can't squander this punish count in there. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. That brushes that off and keeps going. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. Poses them with a kick. Taps them on the toe. That's how you force your opponent to do what you want so you can get a punish. SBK hit. What's up? That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Baron Whip sees the overhead coming. Ooh, you cross that off. Punish counter sets the table. Critical art is on deck. There's the burnout. Player 1 can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it. I called it. I called it. They're dizzy. It is over. Player 2 is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while. They really took it down to the wire.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Dashes forward. Hits them with a stop and pop. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Does a good job of pushing back. The attack is parried. Projectile to try and change the situation. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. That drive impact is blocked. Decides to meet them in the air. Takes a trip. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. In there! Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. From up above, Peppers them with a lightning kick. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Scrapping it out up close. Gets in a Hadanshi. Hits them with a stopping block. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Reaches out with the lightning kick. That throw's gonna take off a chunk of damage. Knocks it out of the air. Player 1 can't use any drive through. Gotta play it safe. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Flatline zone.
How'd I lose?
Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Throws a fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Strings it all together. Takes a trip. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Experiencing burnout. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. And in there! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checks with a medium kick. Who's going to start things off? Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Blocks the overhead. They're going for the super art. That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. Knockdown and player 1 needs to use the brushes that off and keeps going. Flashes him. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Follows up and tags on the lightning kick barrage. We have super art on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Impact squash. Get out of nowhere. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big counter. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're going to eat tons of damage. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. The super armor does its job. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Goes for the jump in. They need... burnout activates. Both fighters planning something? Player 1 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within range to win this round. Their spacing ends it from above. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Immediate jump in. Hits them with a stopping block. Goes with the safe stuff with that target combo. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Both sides have the super gauge maxed and ready to rip. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Going in, hits them with a stopping block. Are we going to see a comeback here? Knockdown, yo! Critical art now? Yo, are they actually dead? What a finish!
How'd I lose?
Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Medium kick hits. had the radar up and running. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 1 has used up all of their drive damage. Knockdown. The super armor does its job. Their life is looking critical, and they can't rely too much on drive either. Long, low attack hits. Takes a trip. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Brushes off the impact. Get in a Hadashi. Bends the meter, hoping for a good return. The super jump to come from the brink like that? What a comeback! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Now, can they finish the job? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Hazashi brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation. Charges forward. Goes into the stance. Goes with the safe stuff with smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Overhead. Sees the overhead coming. Noticeable life wrecks them. Crashes out the cage right there. Wait, what? Are they actually dead?
Sit down and shut up!
Flatline zone. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Player 1 will need to do a better job of utilizing their drive gauge if they want a different result than last time. Solid anti-air. Both sides gotta do better than that. Player 1 connects with the throw. Oh, here we go. Player 1 is on the brink of disaster. Rattling the inside of their head with a Hayoku-sen. Carries to the corner. This means nothing stops this train. Somehow manages to block the jump in. What now? Wrecks them. Noticeable life lead is a come low heavy, but no go. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. Drop zone, baby. Low heavy. What will be the bar? Are you kidding me? Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Scuff him. Close range projectile. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Decides to go in with the target combo. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Box him with a target combo. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Great work finding the opening. Player 1 has completely used all of their drive gauge, but they still haven't. This stun might mean the end of this round. Player 2 creates a KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Checking their reactions with a fireball. Big gap between the two fighters, so they throw out a fireball. Jumps in. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. Taking stock. Lots of life to play with. And brushes that off and keeps going. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Smart start, looking at that range to zone the opponent. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Gets the jump in. Good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Going in, smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. Oh my god, what a throw test! Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Finds the target! Closes it out! Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. They exchange blows. Okay, they trade hits. Oh, with the drive impact. Whipping the drive impact opens a huge window to get punished. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 has them legit shook in the corner. Overhead. Grabs them, throws them to negate the block. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Heading into the end game now. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. Does a good job. This is gonna be bad news. Player 1 has depleted the... Were they baiting them into that? The Dragon Lash Flame wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 with a good start to the fight. But can they keep it up? Now, can they finish the job? Player 2 must be feeling good after that super, but they gotta keep on the gas. Follows up and tags and hits them with a stop and block. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. A parry? Smart use of the invincibility on the overdrive Tensho. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Oh no, they're stunned. Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. Player 2 closes it out. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Serenity attempts to break the stalemate with the fireworks. Excellent block. Excellent block to shut out the impact. More fuel to the fire. Hook them up. Player 1 is on track to knock them out of the air. They just said, get that jumping out of here. What's next? And eat it. Player 1 is on the brink of finding the target. Throws them. Player drives impact misses. Oh, here we go. And whiff. They're wide open. Noticeable lifeless tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Turns out. They push the... Here comes the boom. It is over. Player 1 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Peppers them with the lightning kicks. Jumps. Bops them with a target combo. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Whips the throw. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Life lead opens up. Gets him. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes with a projectile for their opening shot. Dashes up. Rattles them with a spinning bird kick. Reaches out with the lightning kicks. Hits them with a stop and pop. Experiencing burnout. A quick breather. Barely blocks the jump in. They return to center stage. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Curls them from above. They must have a game plan here with the critical art on deck. Good heads-up play going for that combo to do enough damage to finish the round. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.